What's happening? We back at it. Another episode, man. DJ Sturgis joined by my beautiful co-host, Miss Kayla.
Hey, it's Kayla Moore, also known as OK Kayla.
Yeah, man. And we have a special guest in the building with us, Omeretta The Great.
Yeah, what's poppin', everybody?
Everybody in the world knows who you are now because you started a whole problem in the city of Atlanta this past week. And you even made it to TMZ, and people are still talking about you. And like, as soon as I heard the record, Sorry Not Sorry, I was like, yeah, we gotta have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because you had mentioned my area.
What area?
Quaco.
You got your own.
Okay, well, we're gonna talk about all of that. We're gonna talk about all of it. But a lot of people are really getting familiar as to who you are and your work. And so what part of Atlanta are you from?
Zone 3.
Okay, Zone 3. Okay, we're going to cover what Zone 3 covers, first of all. So you from basically South Atlanta?
Yeah.
So, and you graduated from South Atlanta High School, right? Yeah, okay, shout out to them Hornets out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when you graduated?
2014.
Okay. Fresh out.
Fresh?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2020.
What you mean? Hey, that's still a little fresh, Trust me, I graduated in 06. It's still fresh.
Okay.
So, like, how long you been doing music?
I started writing music when I was like 6 or 7, but I started my music career when I was like 19.
Oh, you had to wait till you got grown?
Yeah. Well, after I got out of high school, then I went to college, and I went there for a year, and I dropped out, and then I started.
What college you went to?
Savannah State.
Oh, shout out to my HBC. Fort Valley State right here, though. Fort Valley State.
You got Florida A&M right here. Okay.
Yeah, she got the highest tuition, man. So you started writing at 6. Like, who did you hear that just made you say, you know what, I gotta start writing now?
Well, it was really, me and my sisters had a group called Three Sisters Deep, and I used to be the songwriter because I knew how to write like poems and stuff. So I was the songwriting person. I used to write all our songs, and then it was singing songs though. And then I just transferred over to rapping when I was like 12, and I started writing raps instead of singing.
And your sisters, they still doing music now, or they retired?
My little sister, actress, and my big sister, she like do hair and she do a lot of stuff, makeup, nurse, all this stuff.
But you was the writer, so it only seems fit that you were the one to stick with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So who were some of your musical influences back in the day besides your sisters, Three Sisters?
I like Wayne. I like Eminem, Tip, Jeezy. That One Plies album, The Testament. That's the only thing that I like for him.
Oh, you ain't like the second one?
No.
Definition of Real?
I don't know.
What you mean? Plies has a solid 3-album run.
Oh, I only like that one.
Real Testament, yeah.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
I like real.
Goons Lurking.
Yeah. I like the real stuff.
Yeah, so like, so any female artists
that I grew up listening to?
Yeah.
No.
Not even Trina?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's interesting. Because, we were talking about how I love that you're really a lyricist and you really can rap. So, how is it being a female in the rap industry and not having to sell sex all the time? Not even talking about that. I think, that's one of the big things in the rap industry right now.
I feel like it's dope. Like, I feel like I could have been talked about that and been way further, but I feel like I'm doing it for people that's just like me. It's a lot of girls that look up to me that don't want to talk about that, and I feel like they need an example, like somebody that's coming up and that's gonna make it without having to sell their body.
Right, being authentic.
All right.
Yeah, you come very strong with the bars.
Yeah.
Heavily strong with the bars. So, is there ever a situation where it's like you could have collabed with another female artist, but she was heavy sex on the record, and you was just trying to come through with some bars? Like, do you ever feel like that's an uphill battle for you?
Cause I remember I just was in Miami. We was doing a little writers camp thing, and it was a whole song about like sex, and all the female rappers or all the girls that was there, they hopped on there like, what I'm saying, like sexual, and I hopped on there like talking about getting money. It's just my swag, like, what I'm saying? But it made sense still. I tied it into, like, the theme, but I didn't, like, I came on there, like, okay, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about getting the bag, like.
Right. I like that pivot.
But Zone 1 through 6, I think to me, that's the city. Because when we grew up in the city, like when we was younger, like that's how it wasn't no outskirts. Like I done played on the south side. Like I used to play because my friends from College Park, so I used to play in College Park all the time. But when I came back home, it was different. Like it's two different feels. Like it's not, you don't get the same feel from Atlanta than the south side. It's different. So okay.
This is true, and it's funny that you say it's different because me coming from Clayton County, I remember the times coming into the city.
Yeah.
And, you go into the Project House, and I remember the first time I went to Pittsburgh Community. First time I went to Four Seasons. You know what I mean? And it is a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? It is, but it's like that everywhere though.
Yeah.
It's like that. I mean, coming from the inner city, and then Clayton County, especially as a kid, it was definitely more suburban.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Than what it is right now.
Yeah.
So I understand it. So did any of that have an effect on you? Like you going and see a whole nother environment, and then you coming back to an environment that you was living in. Did that like have an effect on you and like push you harder?
Cause when I ran in College Park, it wasn't like. Cause they had more money than us, but they was still bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was just getting to escape like from what was going on. Cause they was still out there stealing cars, hot boxes, like doing all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was just a different area. So it's like it wasn't like I was getting away from Atlanta. It was just a different city, like a different type of feel.
I understand that because the thing about it, we talking about the city of Atlanta, but if you know the city of Atlanta, every part of it, and even the metro areas, it's always different. Because I always tell people when I go to the east side, it's a different world. Like the air is even different. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever been fortunate enough to go to the Bluff and make it out unscathed, then it's different over there. Like you can feel it. You see the energy. I mean, the people are cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you know somebody over there. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it is a different vibe and a different feel to the city. But I think the city of Atlanta is different all the way around, and even the metro areas because we have so many transplants in the city. And they come through with their energy and their vibe, and it's like Atlanta doesn't feel the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same at all.
Yeah, because y'all transplants are forcing us to put metal detectors in Lenox Square Mall.
Right, exactly.
And
that's ridiculous.
And everybody in this room can agree to me. Going to Lenox Square Mall back in the day, that was an event.
Yeah.
You went back to school telling your friends that you went to Lenox.
Like that was like if you went to Lenox, that's you supposed to have money, but you could be in there just walking around.
Yeah, just walking around. But the thing about it, like that was an event in itself. You didn't have to buy nothing. It's the fact that I went.
Lenox.
Yeah, and none of y'all went.
Yeah.
We go back to school on Monday, and I was just at the house. We were just playing out in the yard or whatever like that. I was at Lenox on Saturday. What you see? What you see? What you buy? What store you go to? You know what I mean? But you dropped Sorry Not Sorry, and automatically it felt like the energy turned up in the city. Like, everybody that's either from the city or from the metro area. Atlanta, we players. We ain't really on some aggressive type stuff. We really some players. But everybody woke up. You woke everybody up, especially me.
Yeah.
Okay, because I heard the record. I had to do a little 180 because I felt offended. Like, you know how it is when you black, somebody say something, you walk like, what you say?
Yeah.
Like that. Like, because you said Clayco real quick.
Yeah.
And I took my time with it because at first I felt offended hearing the song, but I had to listen to the record, listen to it about 5 times straight. And the whole time, I'm getting ready to go on the air, and I'm just like, that's exactly what I'm talking about the whole time. And I don't start my show till 2 o'clock. It was 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, okay, this is what we're talking about all day, every day. And I played a snippet of it on my show, and I had to hear somebody else's opinion. You know what I mean? Because at first, when we was all reacting to it, it was everybody reacting with their side.
Yeah, thanks.
So if you from the east side, it was every nigga from the east side talking together. We was on group chat. Everybody was 3-way calling, like, yo, did you hear that song?
Yeah.
I had too many people from Clayton County call me like, yo.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting back like, okay. And of course everybody's feeding off that type of energy.
Yeah.
And I stayed calm, even though I wanted to be mad at you. You know, I wanted to be mad at you. So, like, I really got to ask you first, like, what was the inspiration behind that record? Like, why would you do Sorry Not Sorry? Especially during Black History Month.
Okay, first of all, I've been wrote it last year in April.
Okay.
So I ain't just write it. Second of all, it's like I'm real passionate about Atlanta. Like, I'm just always been passionate about Atlanta. Just because, like, I really had to live there and go through, like, a lot of stuff there, and then people come and they be like, oh, I'm from Atlanta, and I'm like, bro, like, you ain't from the city, because, like, in the city, like, we really went through a lot of different stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I'm real passionate about Atlanta. So one day I was just sitting down and I was trying to find a topic of what to write about, and I was like, this is a perfect topic, because it's, you know what I'm saying, I need to get that out anyway. Like, that's a perfect song topic, like, Atlanta.
Okay. And your video is trending naturally at number 11 on YouTube right now. So did this get the reaction that you expected?
Yeah, I didn't expect all this.
Okay.
Like, I knew people was going to be upset, but I ain't think it was going to be like that.
So you think this changes the trajectory of what you're going to do now as far as your rap career?
Nah, I just feel like it's like you said, it woke people up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make people pay attention. Like, okay, now we're finna listen to what Omeretta got to say, because she talking about something. Like,
right. So now you really got to ride this. You got to ride this momentum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fast.
Yeah. And speaking of talking about song, like, I'm glad I went and listened to the song as many times as I did, because if you just stay in your feelings, you only listen to the last part of the song.
Yeah.
That's it. You're not listening to what she's saying before.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm glad I got that part, because the thing is, I saw, like, I heard what you was saying, but, like, not only that, I paid attention to just, like, the lyrical prowess that you was coming to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was really spitting.
Yeah, babe.
You know, so that alone, like, people can get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
You know, just hearing the hook of the song.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you came through with the bars, number one, you know what I'm saying? And you wasn't too disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know, and you addressed it. And I understand the conversation. And that's one thing I said when I talked about it on the air. I understand the conversation because I've heard it from more people that was born and raised in Atlanta. Like, multiple times I've heard the conversation.
Yeah.
I fully understand it. But this brings me to my question.
Okay.
Why?
Why wait?
Why that song, knowing what it was going to do?
Because I don't care. Like,
That's great. Some of the best rappers in the game don't care. You ain't supposed to care about somebody else.
Like,
you can't create that way.
It's just like, when I wrote it, I knew I had to drop it because it was too hard, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I spoke for a lot, because a lot of people in Atlanta, a lot of us feel like that. And it's so crazy because before I dropped it, like, months before, I kept seeing people from Atlanta keep posting it like, this is not Atlanta. And I'm like, bro, like, this is the exact song that I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, so everybody in Atlanta feel like that, because like I said, we really had to, like, go through a lot here. So it's like people come from everywhere else to be like, oh, I'm Atlanta. And you like, bro, come on now, like, the city's small, so everybody from the city know everybody that's from the city. You know who from the city. So it's like when people come from the outskirts, they be like, oh, I'm from the city. You like, bro, you not from the city. Like, you from over there. Like, where you from? You know what I'm saying? Not saying that, like I said, I don't think it's lame. Like, if I had to pick between any other city in Georgia, it'd be College Park, because that's why I played it a lot. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what my friends was at. So people think I'm saying like, oh, College Park lame as hell, but I ain't saying it's lame. I'm just saying it's not Atlanta, because it's not. It's different. It's two different cultures. Okay.
You sure? You sure? It's two different cultures.
Folks in College Park be dressing so country.
Nah. Like, why do y'all say that about people from the South Side? That's like the third time I've heard that.
Because it's true.
We do not dress country.
Yes.
Well, first of all, you want to talk about College Park, you want to talk about the South Side. Some of the best dressing people, rappers in the game, come from that area.
Name one, because instead of
Thug, Gunna, they come from Southside.
No, Thug from Cleveland. No, Thug is from Cleveland.
That's basically the same thing.
No, Thug from where I'm from. He from Cleveland, Jonesboro South. He from where I'm from.
Okay, Jonesboro South still Southside.
No, Jonesboro South Atlanta. No.
Okay. Okay, so what about Thug though?
No, Thug, Gunna from Shady Park.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Gunna dress like he dress.
So you don't see that? You don't see that it's drip, like you see that this is all country.
I mean, now that he got money.
Come on.
Listen,
Gunna was a great example for that.
It's funny sometimes. Gunna outfits get made fun of a lot. True or not?
Yeah.
Those outfits don't get made fun of.
But when you famous, man, you get away with a whole bunch of stuff. Fashion wise, you get you get away with a whole bunch of shit. Like, am I wrong? Am I
lying? Gonna be wearing some little crazy stuff. True or false?
Rihanna copied his outfit for Halloween.
Joke. Everybody.
It don't matter. It's Rihanna.
I know, but it's because it's so funny. Like, why did you wear that?
Okay, listen, the P jacket with the P bulging out of the jacket. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. That part right there. But he was at NBA All-Star. He had on fur mittens. He had fur mittens on.
I done seen a couple of Gunna outfits. It was some drip.
Yeah.
But most of his stuff be questionable.
Okay, listen, I'm not really trying to defend Gunna. I'm really trying to defend my side.
Okay.
Okay. And for people to say that we dress country, I have a crew neck on, got on jeans, got on joints, I got on ball cap. I'm dressed country.
Don't ask me that. It's regular. The hat kind of big.
This is my size, though. What are you talking about?
Big. You asked me, so don't get mad. But Atlanta, like, we got drip.
Well, we got drip on the south side, too. Period.
Y'all ain't got no drip like we got.
Man, listen, don't make me
Schooling, rich kids, all them put the swag on the map. Thug drip. Like, these folks got drip.
Okay, yeah, they do. They do, but wait. I done been in events with Schoolie, and I can say I probably dress better than Schoolie at certain points. You know, I ain't got all the jury, but you know.
Maybe now, but old Schoolie, swag, drip.
What you talking about?
When we was on that black boy, white boy swag.
Yeah, I remember that.
Futuristic, fruity.
Yeah.
Drill. Everybody get that jump from Atlanta.
Oh, no, wait. Stop. First of all, a lot of y'all was looking bad out here. Fruity swag and shit like that. I remember that because I was in college. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of y'all was wearing heavy Ralph Lauren. First of all, y'all got it from the outlet. Y'all thought y'all was stunting on niggas like me. I came out with Lacoste. I was wearing Lacoste where everybody was rocking Ralph Lauren. Okay. I was stunting on all of you. So, no.
We had the drip though. It's only because we didn't have as much money, but we worked with what we had.
Yeah.
And it was
That's
drip.
real drip though. That's real drip.
Exactly.
When you work with what you got.
Exactly. Okay. We got the swag. What baby said, they get the swag from Atlanta and run off.
Okay.
Everybody, see?
Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay, but that actually goes to the next question I have. So you excluded all of these metro Atlanta areas. Mm-hmm. DeKalb County, Clayton County. You went out your way to mention Forest Park, and you ain't had to mention Forest Park.
I did, but I needed somebody else to say.
I mean, you mentioned all these places. So my real question: do you feel like these metro Atlanta cities don't contribute to the overall culture of Atlanta?
I mean, I guess they do.
You guess?
Because listen, they say that a lot of the surrounding areas put Atlanta on the map.
We play a part in that.
I can give you that. But my thing is, it's like they needed Atlanta to stamp them. Because if not, you would just rep where you from. Right or wrong.
Okay. It's kind of like if you go out of state, and I mentioned this, if you go out of state and you don't mention the county because the person is not from Georgia, they're not going to know where it's from. So they're going to claim the closest thing that most people are going to know.
The capital.
Because it has that name.
Right. So a lot of people came up like, oh, Atlanta. And then they be like, oh, we the south side, we put Atlanta on the map. No, Atlanta put you on the map. You had to claim Atlanta for that credibility.
You sure about that?
Because why else would you do it?
No, because at the end of the okay, let's just be 1 million. Atlanta is home, like regardless to a lot of people, like even if you're on the outskirts or not.
Right.
But to say that Atlanta put Decatur on the map,
Decatur's not on the map.
Whoa! Decatur was in Baps. Bro. That's a historic black movie.
Okay, maybe.
Okay, and not only that, during the 90s, when they did any film based on Atlanta, they always did Decatur. Decatur was the main spot.
So why don't people rep Decatur?
They do. Eastside
and that's why they get the phrase Decatur is great. I know a whole bunch of people that rep that same line.
Absolutely.
Okay, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but Decatur, I don't know about Decatur being on the map.
Okay, I can say this. Being from Clayton County, I do remember as a kid elementary, middle school, we had zero identity.
Right.
This is a fact. I can say
fact.
this because I remember being in a skate zone. And you remember back in the day, this was like early 2000s, but we used to be, we was real crunk, so we'd be up in the middle of the skating rink floor, everybody jumping up and down. You saying zone 3 or whatever you saying. I remember back during those times where it was people that wasn't from zone 3, wasn't from College Park, none of that, but they was claiming it because we had no identity. Nobody was repping Clayton County.
Yeah.
I remember the first time we got any type of recognition. Never Scared remix. Jadakiss.
He from Clayton County?
No, he's from New York.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I remember the bars. He said, no matter what county I'm in, DeKalb, Cobb, Fulton, or Clayton. And then we felt emboldened. We was like, oh yeah, finally we getting some some love.
Yeah.
And then during the high school years, we put ourselves on.
Yeah.
I could say that because that was during the days of Southside Mafia, Hit Squad, during those days. So that's when we got our own identity.
Yeah.
I can say that part.
Yeah.
But to say that Decatur wasn't on the map, it's a little offensive.
Okay, if I offended anybody from Decatur, I'm sorry. But I don't really never hear about people being from Decatur, like, piped up.
What do you mean half the rap game is from Decatur? I mean, from Atlanta. What? You got what? Well, I'm talking about East Side in general. I'm going to say East Side in general.
Because, listen, the East Side just got on me about that. They said the East Side is not Decatur. They said don't mention them two together.
Whoa, that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Yeah.
And I know some people that's from Decatur. They say legit that that's the East Side.
Yeah, so they said don't mention Decatur with the East Side because it's not Zone 6.
Oh, okay. See, that's the thing about this conversation. Everybody started getting technical,
right?
Because just like people wanted to mention that you filmed
in Truist Park.
Yeah, in Truist Park, and they want to say that it's Cobb County.
Yeah, right.
But everybody else came through and said, that's still Atlanta.
Yeah.
Though. But why'd you pick Truist Park anyways when you could do State Farm or Mercedes-Benz, which is really in Atlanta?
We did film at the bottom Mercedes-Benz, but none of them shots made the cut because they didn't look good. But the reason I picked that the Truist Park, I didn't even know it was called Truist Park or none of that. I just know that's the new Braves Stadium. That's the only reason I went there because it's Braves is Atlanta. I would have went to the old Braves Stadium, but it's closed. I had to go to the new Braves Stadium. But I knew they was going to make a big deal about it because it was in Cobb. But, I really don't care because it's still Atlanta and I'm still Atlanta. So I didn't get on here and be like, the video, I'm not trying to prove that the video is Atlanta. Like, I'm Atlanta, so it don't matter.
So can somebody that's from the metro area say the same thing? I mean, because really what I'm really trying to figure out is because a lot of people got offended. And the main thing is, at least for me, is do you feel like those metro areas, again, like we don't play a part in why the world loves Atlanta?
I mean, the world had to already love Atlanta, or those important people would have never claimed it. You get what I'm saying?
Kind of. Expound on that, though, a little bit.
So, if Atlanta wasn't already important, people would have never felt the need to say that they're from Atlanta. They would have just went out here and claim College Park, Clayton County, Decatur. But all those people claim Atlanta because Atlanta wasn't already important. They might have made it important there, but we was already important.
Atlanta was already important. Okay, so Atlanta was already important before the Olympics?
Listen, I was born in 1996, so I have no idea. Because that's when the Olympics was 1996.
Yeah, absolutely.
So absolutely. I don't know.
Okay, Atlanta was important. It was important, but is it as important? Well, was it as important as it is right now, or when the world started falling in love with Atlanta? So let's just say hypothetically, the world started falling in love with Atlanta early 2000, let's say 2001 through 2002, right? Early, like around that time. I'm gonna say for my generation,
okay,
at least. Okay, was Atlanta that important beforehand?
I mean,
that's subjective. That's subjective.
That's what I was gonna say. I can't really speak for it because
I'm a millennial. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know because I don't know how important Atlanta is to everybody. I just know how important it is to me.
It's very important. It's important to everybody. That's why everybody was arguing. That's why
they want to
everybody's
be from
arguing.
Atlanta.
No, because it's not. It's not that. It's not that. It's really not that. Because everybody that's from Atlanta or the surrounding areas, everybody claims they side. Because if you meet somebody that's from here, you go, oh, hey, where you from?
Yeah.
I'm from here.
Yeah.
What part?
Yeah.
And then that's when we get down to it.
Yeah.
That's when people gonna say, hey, I'm from Bowen Homes.
Yeah.
I'm from Clayton County. I'm from DeKalb.
But if you
I'm
say
from
Atlanta,
Lithonia.
that's why us Atlanteans get mad.
ATM.
Because if somebody say I'm from Atlanta and then you be like, oh, what part? And you be like, Lithonia. You'll just really have to be from zone 1 through zone 6 to understand
I get that.
why we be so upset, because it's like we literally ran these streets and growing up in Atlanta, everything was lame to us. College Park, Clayton County, Lithonia, Decatur. If it wasn't Atlanta, it was lame. That's how we grew up. We think that we is the most popping, flashiest, fireest Atlanta, like we the top of the line. And we think anything outside of that is lame. That's how we grew up. So it's like, okay, now we grew up and everybody merging in. Then people be like, oh, I'm from Atlanta, and you know how we grew up. You be like, come on, now you from over here. You not from the city. So we get upset because we really ran in the city and we know that how these places was when we was growing up. It wasn't like that.
See, I've never met somebody that was from Stone Mountain say that they're from Atlanta. I have never met somebody.
Yes, they do.
I have heard people from the outskirts say, I'm from here. I've never heard somebody say, I'm legit from Atlanta. I have not heard
They say Atlanta until they run into somebody that's really from Atlanta.
Right.
Like again, like if we out of town.
High school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody else be like, okay.
What high school, what hospital?
Yeah.
Like, of course, that is like a normal question.
Yeah.
So I get that part. But I don't see it as false claim. And you mentioned false claiming in the record too. And the thing is, amongst black people, especially the hip hop community, the urban community, let's just be 1 million.
Yeah.
When you drop the term false claiming, that means you really on some cap shit.
It's a false claim. Like I said, you gotta be from Atlanta to understand. You just gotta be like, okay, not to disrespect Clayton County. When I was young and when I was growing up in Atlanta, like they sent me off to Clayton County when I got in trouble at my middle school, and I had to go to Clayton County to school for 5 months, and I literally used to cry.
Oh, you can't handle Quaco?
It was so different. Like the girls out there used to wear like 5 tank tops.
It wasn't 5, it would be 2. It'd be
3,
2, 3.
4.
It'd be 2, 3.
Like,
2, 3.
You know
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
So it was so
2, 3.
different from what I was used to, and it was
It'd be
like
a red one, white one.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
like, bro,
I remember that.
It was so different. Everything was so different. The schools, the housing, like everything was just, it was a different atmosphere. So it's like when you from the city and then you grow up and then people from the outskirts be like, I used to even though I used to play in College Park, I used to still think they were so lame. Like I used to think that I was just the coolest, like, because I was from the city.
Okay, I feel what you're saying.
You just gotta be from Atlanta to understand exactly what I'm talking about. Like everybody that's from the city for real, they like, hell yeah, I'm glad she said this shit. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of conversations with people that's from the city, and they said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So I understand that. But it's just from somebody who is from the outskirts. I'm an outskirterer.
Yeah.
Just being 1 million, it's like we took it to offense because let's just be 1 million. Atlanta is a sacred city.
Yeah.
For more reasons than one.
Yeah.
It's a very sacred city. And to get any type of recognition, even if you're from the outskirts, for your side to get recognition, that's a major thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And again, when we got our recognition in Clayton County, even though a lot of it
was
we was on the map.
Yeah.
And just like you ride for your home, we're gonna ride for home too.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we all contribute to the Atlanta culture.
Mm-hmm.
That's the major thing for me. You know, we do. We do. We do.
I give y'all that.
We do.
Just because of people like Andre 3000, he's the main one for me. If he wasn't in the batch, I wouldn't.
Top 3 favorite artists.
Right. So, but it's like everybody else. No, I just know he put on for the South in Atlanta. I don't really know nobody else that did it.
Okay. I get what you're saying, but that's the thing though. Just like you said, he was putting on for Atlanta. Everybody that's from the outskirts puts on for Atlanta. The Migos is putting on for Atlanta. Even though they claim Northside. They still putting on for the city. Hey, even Gucci is not from the east side at all. He's from Alabama.
Right.
He still puts on. Jeezy's from Macon. He's
and Jeezy had me fooled for years.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorite artists when I was a kid because I thought when he said I put on for my city, that his city was Atlanta. But it's not his city. You see how confusing that is to the people?
That shouldn't be confusing at all because at the end of the day, first of all, I can't rep something unless you give me room to rep it. Let's just be 1 million.
But listen, that's the problem. That's why I had to come out and say something because Atlanta, the artists in Atlanta, they'll let people from the outskirts come in because it make the city look good. I don't really care about that.
Okay. But you don't care about that, but what's worse? Somebody that's from the outskirts who still know and respect the Atlanta culture in the city of Atlanta and the people of Atlanta, or a transplant, which we have a whole influx of. The transplants, those are the people who make in the city what it is because we always had this conversation, old Atlanta versus new Atlanta.
Yeah.
That was really the biggest conversation that we was having in the city.
Yeah.
You brought some whole other shit.
Yeah.
So the transplants was like, oh shit, I ain't gotta worry about nothing, you know what I'm saying? Since y'all having y'all civil war.
What is a transplant?
A transplant is somebody who's from a whole nother city, whole nother state that moved here. So you from Chicago, you from Ohio, you from DC.
Okay, I ain't even worried about them.
But those are the people who really fuck the city up.
How?
What? What are you talking about? We got hella bad traffic, fucking
inflation.
Inflation's through the roof now because of the transplants. But all of them came from the north, majority of them.
And
so they used to pay this high exactly because of them transplants. That's part of the reason. You can't say it's not.
Everybody's part of the reason.
It's desirable to live here. I mean, the film, entertainment. Every time I go out of state, whenever people talk about Atlanta, it's always the music scene.
Yeah, facts.
Every time, without fail.
That's a fact.
Yeah, but as somebody who's also from the outskirts too, and you from the city, I have a question that I know you can understand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Real quick.
I need
you know
to get some lip gloss.
Shine up. No. We go ahead and follow real quick to make sure you straight.
Yeah, right here,
Make sure you straight now. Yeah, cool, because I gotta hear this responsible thing you said. I gotta hear the plot.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so I'm from the south side. You from the city.
Right.
Okay. I know you want to discredit us a lot. But when gentrification first started in the city of Atlanta, I was in high school when this first started.
Right.
You know, and it was really kind of quiet at the time when it first started and everything. But all the project housing in Atlanta, basically majority of them all got shut down.
Right.
Knocked them down. You know what I'm saying? Techwood, Bowen Homes,
Right.
a lot of them all gone.
Right.
Where did y'all go when all this happened?
So what year was you in high school?
I graduated in 06, so I was in high school from like 06.
We was there.
From 02.
Yeah, I didn't leave. Especially in Zone 3, all the projects.
Y'all was one of the last ones to get touched, right?
Yeah, all the Four Seasons still up. They still ain't
Four Seasons still up, yeah.
We was still in the city. Even the people on the west side, they ain't going nowhere. They probably moved to like the Bluff or something, but they ain't going nowhere. But it was a point in time where they start pushing people out the city. And
where was their new homes at, people?
Listen.
I remember.
Okay, because they did push us out the city for just like a couple of little months though. Because we had to move to Clayco.
Yeah, y'all did. A lot of people did.
Okay,
a lot of people came to Clayco.
But we moved right back though. That's a fact. We moved right back to the city. Because everybody found places to stay in the city. It was just happening so fast. I remember that.
Okay, I can honestly say you're one of the few people that I've come across, you know, that got displaced and that was able to go back to the city. One of the few people, because the majority of people that I met
they stayed in
this time, they're still there.
Damn. I I can't relate.
Because I remember, okay, it's like, though, you got some of that South Side style. It's alright, though, because I remember during this time, I mean, Clayton County was already getting crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, due to crime shootings and everything like that. But I remember it got to the point where niggas didn't want to come down there.
Yeah.
Because the crime rate had went so high, like we was like almost like the murder capital.
Yeah.
For like 2 years straight. I remember during this time, and I remember this was like right before Victor Hill got elected sheriff and everything. I remember those times. But at the end of the day, a lot of y'all, I mean, you got displaced, unfortunately.
But
you didn't choose to do that, but you still had to come find a home on the South Side.
Yeah, and then we went right back to Lakewood and Cleveland Avenue and Jumper South and all these different stuff here. Cause Jumper South did get towed down.
Yeah, it did. I remember. I remember.
And I mean, most of the people that I know moved right back to the city because people did have to leave out. But the only reason that people had to go to Clayco because Clayco was right there.
And we was on places. Also, another thing. This should be 1 million. Y'all couldn't. It was certain places that people from the city couldn't go.
Like what?
East Side.
When?
Nah, like during this time. A lot of people from the city wasn't choosing to go to the east side. They was trying to come to the south.
Why?
All right, on some street shit.
Okay.
On some street shit. A lot of people from the east side was on some, y'all can't come over here. Y'all gotta go down there. Because it was some shit over there on the east side. It was gun smoke over there. It was gun smoke during that time.
I don't know.
It was.
I can't recall it. I can't speak for that.
Hey,
if it happened, it happened. I can't speak for that.
I remember.
I know why everybody moved from they stay on South Atlanta because Clayco right there by South Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that far.
Okay.
But it's still not almost don't count.
Okay. And I think the best thing about this conversation, even though a lot of people may have been offended slightly. I mean, it's a slight offense. Like, all things considered, there ain't nothing to really be pissed off about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it brought out a lot of passion from people that's from the city and from the outskirts, and it showed how much we love the city. Because all things considered, I really haven't seen this much energy surrounding the city of Atlanta from people that's from here since we went to Super Bowl. You saw how that happened.
Yeah.
So what happened with that, you know what I mean? So it's good, though, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody is coming out showing that we care about the city and that we love where we from and all of that. It's just, I wish we would do that in a more proactive way because transplants came and took over places that you would call home, places that I would call home. I mean, I'm in Clayton County, and now they about to gentrify my area.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying? They gentrifying everything. Every time I turn around, there's a condo getting built up. So
yeah, absolutely, man. And I mean, that's that's one of the best parts of the conversation is the fact that everybody is passionate about it. But again, we just need to use that passion and direct it in a different way. I mean, everybody got money.
Yeah.
Everybody claim they got money in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We're finna see what happens now that the economy really about to be fucked up.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody got money, I mean, like, let's own some shit where you from. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I'm from Retro, and my goal is to buy up as much as Retro as I can.
Yeah, fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got 2 houses, cool. You know what I'm saying? I want more.
Yeah, fact.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
I agree.
Yeah, like, I think that's one of the best parts of the conversation. But not only that, seeing you on TMZ, the day of, the day that everybody heard the record, that's when she gets on TMZ. And I know I saw this during my show, you know, and that made me smile because at the end of the day, I've seen you, you know what I'm saying, grinding, you know what I'm saying. Actually, I remember one time, speaking of Clayton County, I was at the Popeyes in Lake City. Yeah. Popeyes in Lake City. I went and got me a little 2-piece snack, and the girl who was working at the drive-thru, she said she was like your cousin or something like that.
What?
Kid you not. Oh,
wow.
This was a few years ago.
Was she brown skin?
Yes.
That's my sister. She did.
Yeah. She said she was your sister. Yeah, and she told me about you, and up to this point, I probably heard about 3 of your records. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she actually took my phone while I'm in the drive-thru, she took my phone and pulled you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then from there, you know, I just really just started following you from there. And then, you know, like, of course, there's a whole bunch of music coming out all the time, but I will always hear your name come up, like, you know, like regardless. If you're tuned into the music industry in Atlanta, then you've heard Omeretta's name more than one time. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the best things, just to see you finally get that shine now.
Yeah.
But you know, like leading up to this situation, you know what I mean? The conversation wasn't even about your music, like it was about your body art.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so what is 6 of them?
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, you know, because I you know, and me and her had these type of conversations all the time, you know, about relations and entanglements. What kind of love do you have to have the name on you multiple times?
Deep love, and it's funny because I'm not done.
Wow. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, elaborate on that.
I mean, it's just like every time I like feel some type of way, every time I be sad or when I think about him a lot, I just go get a tattoo with his name.
Okay. Can we see one?
Yeah.
Okay, got the typewriter font.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure he has your name.
Yeah.
On him.
Okay.
What, 6 times? It's matching? Are y'all matching the number?
We be in competition.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, let's make sure it's even exchange.
So how long y'all been together though?
For 4 years now, but we've been knowing each other since we was 14. And we used to date when we was 14, and we broke up. And then we got back together when I was like 21.
And you feel like that's the only person for you?
Yeah, cause like, I don't know, I've been talking to guys since I was like 10 years old, and like...
South Atlanta.
So like, you know what I'm saying? I done talked to a lot of different people, and I feel like that's why I want to be for sure.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like I always try to tell people, especially like when they young and you're 20, you're supposed to be living your best life. You ain't supposed to be out here being in love and having kids. Why? Because why not live your life?
I mean, you can live your life with your person if you find one. Because a lot of people, they get caught up in trying to just live their life, but they looking for love.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we all are, but I don't, like, sometimes I really can't see somebody finding their person at 21. That's just me. I
mean, it all coming, like, some people find their person when they're like 13. And they be with them for the rest of their life, for real. Because, like,
do they be happy?
You gotta ask them. I don't know. I mean, if you find your person, you just find your person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I met him when I was 14. Mm-hmm. That's my person.
So do you feel like the history between y'all is what makes the love what it is now?
No, because back then, we used to argue a lot. We still argue a lot. But back then,
See how she's smiling? That's how you know she in love. She having flashbacks right now. See, and then she put the hand in.
Okay, alright, you don't gotta do all that. But no, like when we was young, we had broke up and stuff, and like he spent like since we broke up to 21, like he spent all them years trying to like get back with me, and I was like basically like pushing him off to the side, just keep talking to different people. But all along, that was like the person that was, you know how you ever watch those movies where the girl, like, it's the guy that really like her and he really for her, but she keep talking to the jerks and the losers, like, type stuff like that. And it ended up being one of those situations where he kept wanting to be with me for a long time, and I kept like, I kept like putting him on the backboard because I really just wanted us to have our fair chance and not have like so many open doors, like, because I know that's how I be, because I used to be a cheater back in the day.
Hey, my nigga! Oh my God! Hey, that's what you're supposed to do, nigga. You young. Just live your life. There you go.
But it was only because men cheat a lot, so that's why I used to cheat.
We get caught a lot. We had that conversation. We get caught.
Yeah.
Men get caught.
Yeah.
Well, not we. I'm not in that.
So, but it's like I had to make sure that I was done with all that, so that me and him, so none of that would, like, you know what I'm saying, be the case, because I know, like, if I have an open door, I still be thinking about it. So I just have to wait.
All right. So, see, ladies, you should take notice, you know, especially all my young ladies out here, for real. because she got right early. She got right early, you know what I'm saying? Because like just what you were saying as far as, you know, the guy who's always pursuing the woman and she's dating all of the wrong guys, you know what I mean? And, you know, usually that ends up she got to go through something traumatic before she get back with dude. She done had a baby.
Y'all may say 3 kids.
Yeah. Ain't no 3 kids. Ain't nobody.
It's so weird.
But like, so with that right there, like, you know, that's understandable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's like everybody loves how they love, and every relationship is different. You know what I'm saying? But like I always tell people, you know, at the end of the day, even though I tell you be outside, live your life. If you feel like you got something solid, might as well just lock it down.
That's what I'm saying, because it's hard to come across solid people, like hard to come across people that's loyal and stuff, like. And I know I'm the type of person, like, if I find somebody that's real, it's hard to find real people. So you find somebody that's real, like, you ain't just gonna let them go, because, like, everybody out here be cap and they be fake and they, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna find that again.
So do you feel secure because, I mean, he's kind of limited of what he could actually do? Do you ever fear, like, once he gets out, things could possibly change?
No. Because of, even outside of our relationship, like, us as friends, like, it's like, we, like, you my dog type thing, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like both of us, like, we so stand on loyalty so much. That's just like how he'll have like one of his partners, and you know, like, if you cross one of your partners, like, you really lame, like, you know, that's some snake type, you know what I'm saying? So that's the type of vibe we got. Like, if you cross me, if I cross you, like, you ain't real. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't real. Like, outside of the relationship, like, we got a friendship, we got that type of bond, like, that's it.
And it's good that you just said that y'all have that type of bond. Because sometimes people be having bonds with 20,000 people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah, but now you got this record going. You got everybody talking about you. The bookings are spiking.
Yeah.
So what's next?
I'm about to drop. These are things still dropping today? Tomorrow. I got a freestyle dropping tomorrow. I got a couple singles on the way, and then I'm gearing up for my project. Music videos, maybe a tour.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ain't no maybe.
I mean, because I feel like I always say that every time I be in an interview, like, for so many years. I be like, yeah, I'm going on tour, and then I ain't been on tour yet.
So this is it. It's happening. Listen, we claim it. We claim it. You 100% deserve it. The process is there. The talent is there.
Period.
This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you don't get on TMZ for nothing.
Yeah,
right.
You know, and you don't have people talking about you for nothing, especially for a week straight.
Facts, right. And they still going, because now these Russia stuff.
Yep.
Absolutely, man.
Now, you encouraging people to now go on their bio and put near Atlanta.
Yeah, that was like down the street from Atlanta.
I'm still gonna say Clayco. But not only that, like with the music, is there any collaborations that you would want to do, any features that you like aspire to have? You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to put them out there yet until they happen, because I feel like I always like say that and then it don't be coming to me. So I got them wrote down though. It's like I got like 3 or 4 female artists and like 2 male artists, and I think it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen.
Right, we're gonna speak it into
exactly.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you know how artists go on that run, like the crazy run, like especially during the summertime, spring, you know, they have like hella features.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's like, I think that's gonna be you right there.
Ooh,
that's gonna be you right there.
Already. But I already feel like this summer gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a hot summer in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's gonna
We've been locked away for too long.
Exactly. Everybody gonna be tripping.
Yeah. Not only that, but you know, like it's really just the beginning of your time.
Yeah,
that's all.
thanks.
It's just the beginning of your time. You know what I mean? And you've been at it since you was 19.
Yeah.
See, everybody don't have that type of patience. Everybody doesn't have that type of durability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dedication to it. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you here now, you know what I'm saying, ain't no mistake.
Yeah,
thanks. You know so just taking it run with it, man, because everybody can't run with their opportunity.
Yeah, right.
But before we let you go, what do you think the next 5 years for you looks like?
I don't know. Just like maybe like fun, just exciting. I want to travel more because I never go nowhere. Just me living my best life, getting money.
You kept it real simple.
Cause Cause I don't want to say nothing crazy, cause I feel like it been a lot of times where I've been like, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then the time come and then I be disappointed cause I don't be doing this and that.
I feel you on that. So it kind of seems like it's like you're kind of used to dealing with some type of disappointment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I understand that because I've been there before.
Yeah. So you just like, okay, whatever gonna happen is gonna happen.
Yeah, but you know what though? If you was able to do this right here, imagine what else is gonna come from that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you just did that just being you.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. Like, I tell people all the time, just let your sauce drip.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you where you ain't never been before. You know what I'm saying? So, but like you keeping it simple though. Back to what I was saying, but with that is like that's not bad. That's actually a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes as people we want to have all of this. We want to do everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like just keeping it simple. You know, because really you just talking about making memories.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Cool. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see you on a beach somewhere in another country. You know what I'm saying? You and your girls, y'all in y'all bikinis, y'all in the icon swim or something like that.
I'm trying to do all that.
Yeah, most definitely, man. But hey, let everybody know how they can follow you, support you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done seen it on TMZ. I know y'all scroll by it, at least you saw the name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you need to get familiar. Let them know how they can find you and support you.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Omeretta, Omeretta. You can follow me on Twitter, Omeretta4L, and Facebook, Omeretta Boss.
Omeretta The Great is in the building. I appreciate you coming through.
Thank y'all for having me.
I never thought it would be because, you know what I'm saying, you kind of pissed me off a little bit. You know, but like for real, again, just keep doing what you're doing, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because like you getting to where you are right now and you going past that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing for everybody connected towards you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, just keep doing your thing, man. And Omeretta The Great is in the building. She out here in these streets. So y'all make sure y'all support her for real, for real. If you can pull up to a Popeyes and hear her name, and then get her information put in your phone, then obviously she's doing something right.
Thanks.
For real. But next time you mention Clayco, I need you to put a little bit more respect on her name.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
I got you. I see y'all mad about that. You got good.
It's all love, though, as always. All right, DJ Sturgis, Omeretta The Great,
And Kayla Mo.
we outside. We gone.